Je suis été son assistant dans Accattone. Et tous les matins, on allait ensemble sur le set et on partait en voiture. Et pendant tout le voyage, il me racontait les rêves de la nuit. Beaucoup de fois, ce rêve a été utile pour le travail, dans le travail de film. Ce qui était vraiment extraordinaire en faisant Accattone, c'était que Pier Paolo disait, bien, on fait un travelling. Je regardais les ouvriers qui montaient le travelling, et c'était vraiment le premier travelling de l'histoire du cinéma. Dire, Pier Paolo, il découvrait le langage.
Hi, I'm Jon McClees, and this analysis covers the camera work of one of Italy's most important cinematic figures, Pier Paolo Pasolini. Until his death, Pasolini was a writer, a poet, and a prolific political voice, his works emerging from post-fascist ideologies and critical of Italian culture at the time. In an Italian TV special, he strongly voiced his opinion on post-war Italy.
Allora io penso questo, che il fascismo, il regime fascista, in conclusione, che un gruppo di criminali al potere, sicché Sabaudi non trova le sue radici nel regime che l'ha ordinata, ma trova le sue radici in quella realtà che il fascismo ha dominato tirannicamente. Ora invece succede il contrario. Il regime è un regime democratico, eccetera. Però quella acculturazione, il fascismo non è riuscito assolutamente a ottenere il potere di oggi, cioè il potere delle civiltà dei consumi, invece riesce a ottenere perfettamente, distruggendo le varie realtà particolari, togliendo realtà ai vari modi di essere uomini, il potere delle civiltà dei consumi che sta distruggendo l'Italia. E questa cosa è venuta talmente rapidamente che in fondo non ce ne siamo resi conto, è venuto tutto in questi è stata una specie di incubo, distruggere, sparire, adesso risvegliandoci forse da questo incubo e guardandoci intorno ci accorgiamo che non c'è più niente da fare.
Pasolini's opinions permeate his ideological approach to cinema, an aesthetic to show reality as is, not a representation of one. In two of Pasolini's films, Accattone and Teorema, his characters deal with their lifestyles based in a post-fascist world. Their reality, and their perception of it, are impacted as a result.
Che è successo?
But how does he accomplish these ideas visually? What does he do to show his audience the themes he considers important to society? Let's start with camera movement. Here in Accattone, we have a tracking shot, dollying back characters in frame conversing. Some directors might make this a shot-reverse shot, giving the audience individual intimate time with the characters. But Pasolini doesn't do this. The setting takes an equal role in the narrative here, showing the desolation and poverty which reflect back on the main character, Accattone. Pasolini wants the viewers to see the societal decay of Rome at the fringes, the world after war. The grass, buildings, and roads seem to unfurl from the edges of the frame, focusing our attention inward and reminding the audience of a sense of place. They are moving, but appear static in this frame, as though trapped in a continuing nightmare. Pasolini manipulates static and dynamic movement with his characters to cement ideology, to dizzying effect in this sequence from Teorema. A cut from stillness to a still person in frame, spinning in place while the surroundings blur, a manipulation of dynamic and static movement through the lens. Movement like this gives the audience a glimpse into the emotional and mental disposition of the girl Odetta, who struggles with understanding her emotions. The catalyst? Her being part of the bourgeoisie. These manipulative techniques in dynamic composition are effective, as Bertolucci used these same techniques in his own film, O Conformista. So, when moving the camera in this fashion, where is the camera? Where does it get placed? What's in the frame? Does it move at all? Pasolini accomplishes many things with this placement of the camera. He places it below to juxtapose two things together, here poverty with luxury, the imposition of post-fascist government on architecture. He'll pan to reveal information about a character, or their intentions that affect understanding of the narrative. He'll place the camera on opposite sides of a face to indicate departure and arrival, or up close to indicate an intimate emotion. He'll place you in the point of view of his characters to align with his confused state. He will also place the camera to create symmetry, simulating completeness and wholesomeness only to break it apart. These variety of shots create subtle, revealing images that are viscerally normal but inherently fascinating in context. Pasolini works with camera movement, composition, and placement, and synthesizes it all into one last technique, the long take. In Accattone, he doesn't break this take with a cut to emphasize the disturbing violence of the scene. Similarly in Teorema, Pasolini uses a long take to emphasize being trapped, here with Odetta confined with layers of frames in her house, and here with this young man trapped in a mindset of his own creation. Modern movies have taken this technique to the extreme due to the engaging quality of the sequence. Pasolini's films are powerful because his themes are reinforced by his camera work, a mastery of cinematic language unfolding over time. His knowledge breathes life to complicated ideas, ahead of his time and eerily prophetic. His ideologies and his cinematic approach fit easily into modern molds. But would Pasolini be interested in the progression of complex modern cinema, or despise the consumerism centered around such films?